money out of the country to, you can't even hold those foreign assets.
And do you think that Tether or something like that lets them get around those regulations?
That's why Tether is successful today. The reason that Tether is $100 billion plus network is because people want dollars so bad, they're willing to buy it from a company that isn't public, that isn't a bank, because they want the dollar. Right? If Tether were allowed to incorporate in the US and operate in the US, it would probably go from $100 billion to $1 trillion network in a hurry. Right? But there'd be competition. Let them compete with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Circle and whoever. And may the better company win. But the point I'm getting at here is the capital from the 20th century is going to flow into the 21st century. People are going to sell gold and they're going to buy digital gold. They're going to sell antiquated real estates and aged apartment buildings and natural gas fields, and they're going to sell soybeans or whatever in Siberia, and they're going to buy 21st century assets. And that means Bitcoin, among other things. And then capital in foreign nations is going to flow toward the West, and it's going to, capital will flow from the East to the West, and it'll flow from Europe to the US. And the only reason it doesn't is because we don't make it easy for the money to move. And the way to make it easy, embrace Bitcoin, and anybody can buy Bitcoin anywhere on the world. There's 15,000 crypto on-ramps, and you can do it peer-to-peer. So embrace Bitcoin, and that is a capital network that the United States would own and benefit from. And all of the capital from your enemies and all foreign capital and all antiquated capital and all inefficient, thermodynamically unsound capital, it would all flow into the Bitcoin network. And if we issued that digital currency, that stable coin, then all of the world currencies would immediately swap to the dollar for all except for their next 4 weeks of cash flows, because everybody wants the dollar everywhere outside the US. And so this is an example of leading through a digital assets framework, right? And the two most important digital assets in the world are digital currency in the form of the dollar and digital capital in the form of Bitcoin. And the Trump trade is, I swap the gold for the Bitcoin and I make $80 trillion in the trade, and I catapult the United States to worldwide economic dominance for the next 100 years. That's the advice I'd give you.